Hey guys, Alec Peirce at the ranch again with another problem and maybe some tips that might help you. If you by any chance happen to own a Toro, this is an SS 5000 Timecutter, whatever. And it has a great engine on it, Kawasaki, 22 horsepower twin, mounted on the back, driving the hydraulic pumps and eventually and everything. Anyway, so a great engine, everything's been good. You've probably seen previous videos of mine about this machine. If you have one, go to them. I'll get Kevin to put a link on reconditioning the deck and changing the bearings for the blades and everything else. It's all in there. However, I've had this problem for a couple of years and it's always bugged me. And so I thought this year I would try to take care of it. It's the fall here at the ranch, and in the fall I take care of all the machines that are going away. So I'm doing the mower, our zero-turn Toro motor. Now, so it means an oil change, check the plugs, air filters, all that kind of stuff, lubricate everything, and then make sure it's all in good shape. Give it a quick spray with a preservative so it doesn't rust too much, and tuck it away behind the snowmobiles. We'll see it in the spring. And I ran into this problem again. Now, I don't know who, Kawasaki makes good machinery, but I don't know who designed this, but they weren't thinking. I mean, this is a vertical shaft engine, so it's going to be sitting on a flat platform, and they went and they put the oil drain plug right down in there. You can't even see it from where you are. And near the front of the engine instead of the back. And in this particular configuration, mounted on a Toro like this, it's very, very difficult to get to, number one, to open and close, and it makes a mess because your oil pours out all over the deck, runs down all over the hydraulic motors, and just makes an awful damn mess. So a couple of years ago, I figured that I would put a piece of pipe on it, and so I got a piece of half-inch plastic pipe, ordinary stuff like this, clamped it on there. And when I went to drain the oil just a short while ago, I've had the engine running, so it's all nice and warm. I discovered that the pipe was in not very good shape. I don't know if you can see that, Diana, but it's all burnt. A couple of holes in it, must have touched the exhaust and just made a mess. So I figured I would fix it, hopefully fix it permanently. So what I did was get some new plastic pipe, and in the pictures you'll be able to see what I've done. I put a piece of plastic pipe running from the oil drain tap. And it's kind of neat, I'll tell you, that's one thing that's kind of neat. Rather than a drain plug in the crankcase, as with most engines, Kawasaki has mounted a plastic T, but it's actually a tap, like a faucet. And it has obviously a hole on one side, and as you open the faucet, the oil comes out, and you close the faucet, and that's it. It's kind of neat in some ways. You don't have to replace the gasket and things like that. But anyway, so I put a new piece of plastic pipe on the oil drain tap, we'll call it, ran the plastic pipe out to the side of the machine, and then another shirt, I found a piece of plastic T around in the garage. I put that on the side here and ran it down. I got some pictures like this, and now I just stick my oil drain pan in there and undo that plastic T down inside there. And this is a lot easier to do if you it's hard to get to. Very difficult. If you take 3 screws out of this panel here on the right hand side, 3 screws, Torx, I think they're number 20, and 3 screws, this lifts up, you can get in there fairly easily. Still not beautiful, but fairly easily. Now the other thing I'm going to suggest to you guys, if you have one of these same machines, when you look at that tap that you have to open and close, and you want to open and close it firmly, there are 2 ways to do that. It is a hex head on there, but there's also a slot. So there's a temptation, I've been tempted as well, to use just pick up a flat screwdriver, stick it in the slot and turn it. And the problem is, I've already noticed it doesn't turn easily, and the slot flexes. It's only a matter of time before it breaks. So I'm going to suggest, if you have a similar setup, that you use a hex wrench. Let's see what happens. I've had the engine running. It's nice, and oh, I know what I forgot to do, Diana. I forgot to lift the front corner. What I would normally do is lift the opposite corner over there, so the whole machine tips slightly this way, so the oil in the crankcase tends to run out this way. We'll do that in a couple of minutes. Let me see if this is going to work. So I've got my socket, 10mm socket, and a wrench. I put that onto the nut, and you can see the picture there. Kevin's got a picture, and just hopefully just turn it, there we go, and it opens up. And you don't take it out. You don't actually take it out, you open it up. This is acting like a tap, like a water tap. Wrench on there, open up the tap, and let's see what happens here. Well, don't take that hex nut all the way out. Remember, it's a tap, it's like a faucet. You don't want to take the head off the faucet. Oh, here we go. That's good. That's good, oil's coming out there nicely. Okay, two things. Don't forget to undo the dipstick, because if you don't undo the dipstick, the oil won't run out. A little bit will come out, but undo the dipstick so you make sure you have lots of air coming down into the crankcase to displace the oil that's running out. So we got a good run there. And I just put this little Kleenex into the oil. It's pretty good. Been running all summer long. I have no idea how many hours Diana spent cutting the grass this summer. She had to do it, let's say 4 months roughly, and twice a week, at least once a week anyway. So that's 16 to 20 times. This has been running for a couple hours each time, and the oil is still pretty good. I don't see anything black in there. So that's good. So let that run. That'll undo the oil filter, which is right in there. Unfortunately, when you undo the oil filter, pretty hard to avoid getting a mess. Jam some rags under there, take it out, don't tip it until you get it out, and you should be okay. Anyway, there's something in there for you guys. All I have to do now is, when this is finished draining, is tighten the plug back up, put the fresh oil in, we're out of here. Anyway, maybe that'll help you a little bit. Take care. Alec Peirce at the ranch, looking for more problems. See ya.